In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Dear students, I am Dr. Asrar Ahmed and it's my lecture number 13 relating to parallel reactions. The topic parallel reaction has been taken from the subject reaction dynamics and the course code is 4146. Dear students, today we will discuss in detail the chemistry of parallel reactions. Before starting the topic, you must be very clear that what is meant by parallel reaction. Actually, the word parallel means in Urdu they are called मतवाजी. उर्दू में पैरेलल का मतलब होता है मतवाजी या साथ साथ होना. Just like in geometry, you see a rectangle in which two sides go parallel to each other. Similarly, if you see a railway track, then two lines of a track, they go parallel to each other. In English language, it is called side by side. So, the word parallel mean in Urdu matwazi, साथ साथ, in English side by side. But in common sense, you can understand the concept of parallel that in our daily life, when we think about something, then we are thinking one major thing and parallel to major, we are also thinking about some minor things. So both thinking, they are going parallel in our mind. For example, you are thinking about for the offering of your prayers. But on the same time, in a parallel time, you are also thinking about some other works. So your major work is prayer and the other works are the side works. The both major and side works, they are going parallel in your mind. Another example of parallel reaction may be in your daily life. For example, you go to market to purchase something for shopping of clothes, but your major target is the shopping of garments. But sometime during the shopping of garments, you also do some window shopping. Let us suppose your major target was to buy some garments, but when you visited market, you are also have a plan in your mind that you want to buy a pair of shoe. So sometime we have two types of work. One is the major and the other is of minor quality, and the both works are going in our mind parallel to each other. The same example can be applied in chemistry. There are so many reactions in which reactant gives two or more products by following two or more paths, in which reaction proceed in this way that reactants give two or more products by following two or more paths. When the reactants will combine with each other, definitely there will be some product. If the yield of product obtained is very much in quantity, then you say it is a major reaction. While the other reaction in which yield of the product obtained is not of too much quantity, that is of very little quantity, then you say it is the side reaction. So in chemistry, you have the idea of major reaction and side reaction, and both these two types of reaction, they go parallel with each other. So due to this reason, parallel reactions are those reactions in which reactants give two or more products by following two or more paths. The yield may be major, may be minor. In this regard, you can say the reaction in which high yield of product is obtained. For that yield, the reaction will be major reaction. Similarly, the rate of the major reaction is changeable, is alterable. You can alter the rate of major reaction by changing different conditions like pressure, like temperature. So the rate of reactions can be changed for both major and for the side reaction. But mostly temperature and pressure, they affect on major reactions. Dear students, here is the example of a parallel reaction. This is the bromination of bromobenzene. Bromination of bromobenzene. For example, during organic reaction, you have typed such reaction in your lower classes. Let us suppose we have this bromobenzene and we want to brominate it. When we reacted this bromobenzene with 1 mole of bromine, then we got two types of product. Number one, 1,2-dibromobenzene or ortho-dibromobenzene. And the second product we obtained, that is 1,4-dibromobenzene or parabromobenzene. So in this example, you can have idea that when bromobenzene is brominated, then we have two types of the products. One is the 1,2-dibromobenzene. It will be the major product because its yield will be more than 1,4-dibromobenzene. So 1,4-dibromobenzene, it will be a minor product. So the reaction of bromobenzene with bromine to produce 1,2-dibromobenzene, it will be major reaction. This one, which I am showing with my cursor. This is the major reaction. But the reaction of bromobenzene with bromine to produce 1,4-dibromobenzene, it will be a minor reaction. So in this reaction, you can have idea that in chemistry, when different reactants react with each other, then we have two types of reactions. One is the major and the other is the minor reaction or side reaction. And the difference between major and side reaction is this, that during the formation of major product, there will be a more yield of product. But during the minor reaction or during the side reaction, the yield of product will be very low. So here we have another example that is also an example of parallel reaction. For example, if we react phenol with nitric acid, then we have two types of products. Main product, that is the ortho-nitrophenol, and side product, that is para-nitrophenol. For the production of ortho-nitrophenol, the rate constant is K1, while for the production of para-nitrophenol, the rate constant is K2. Dear students, from this reaction, you can have idea then that when phenol is reacted with nitric acid, then we have two parallel reactions. One for the production of ortho-nitrophenol and second for the production of para-nitrophenol. When ortho-nitrophenol will be produced under the rate constant K1, it will be a main reaction. Similarly, when para-nitrophenol will be produced under the rate constant K2, it will be a side reaction. And both this main and side reaction, they go parallel to each other. So this is the example of parallel reaction. Similarly, dear students, you have studied this reaction that when we react benzene with chlorine, when benzene is chlorinated, then we have chlorobenzene, and this is the main product. And for the production of chlorobenzene under rate constant K1, it will be a main reaction. But the other option is that when we react chlorine with benzene under rate constant K2, then we have benzene hexachloride. The formation of benzene hexachloride will be a side reaction. So when you chlorinate the benzene molecule, then we have also main and side reaction, and both this main and side reaction are going on parallel to each other. So such types of reactions are called parallel reactions. Parallel reaction. For example, if we react phenol with nitric acid, then we have two types of products. Main product, that is the ortho-nitrophenol, and side product, that is para-nitrophenol. For the production of ortho-nitrophenol, the rate constant is K1, while for the production of para-nitrophenol, the rate constant is K2. Dear students, from this reaction, you can have idea then that when phenol is reacted with nitric acid, then we have two parallel reactions. One for the production of ortho-nitrophenol and second for the production of para-nitrophenol. When ortho-nitrophenol will be produced under the rate constant K1, it will be a main reaction. Similarly, when para-nitrophenol will be produced under the rate constant K2, it will be a side reaction. And both this main and side reaction, they go parallel to each other. So this is the example of parallel reaction. Similarly, dear students, you have studied this reaction that when we react benzene with chlorine, when benzene is chlorinated, then we have chlorobenzene, and this is the main product. And for the production of chlorobenzene under rate constant K1, it will be a main reaction. But the other option is that when we react chlorine with benzene under rate constant K2, then we have benzene hexachloride. The formation of benzene hexachloride will be a side reaction. So when you chlorinate the benzene molecule, then we have also main and side reaction, and both this main and side reaction are going on parallel to each other. So such types of reactions are called parallel reactions. Dear students, now we will discuss some categories depending upon the order of reaction. That parallel reaction may be of two types. First order type parallel reaction and second order type parallel reaction. So in this lecture, dear students, we will study first order type parallel reaction. According to first order type parallel reaction, the name is very clear. From name you can have idea, जैसे वो waves वाले मशहूरी देते हैं, नाम ही काफी है. Then you can have an idea from first order type parallel reaction that such parallel reactions will always follow first order kinetics. Dear students, now consider this reaction so that we have To find a rate constant expression for the first order type parallel reaction, we suppose that we have a reactant A when the time was 0 second. Then we have A mole of reactant. When there were A mole of reactant A at the time of 0 second, then we have the product B, that is the main product, that is the major product, and at the time of 0 second, this major product B has 0. But when some time t passed, after time t second, what happened? That X mole of the major product B were formed under the rate constant K1, and the remaining amount of A at time t was A minus X mole. At the same time, the parallel reaction took place and a side product C was produced. Dear students, when the time was 0 second, then this side product or this minor product have 0 mole. But after time t second, what happened? That X mole of the side product C were produced under the rate constant K2, and the remaining concentration of reactant A was A minus X mole. So we have two rate constant here, K1 and K2. K1 is for the formation of major product B, and K2, that is the rate constant for the formation of side product C. Dear students, now when we will find out the rate kinetics of this parallel reaction, we will find the value of K1, then we will find the value of K2. After that, we will add up these two rate constants, and then we'll be able to find out the rate of the formation of major product B and the rate of formation of side product C. So, if we discuss this reaction in this way, that two products B or C are formed from the reactant A, and there are two different paths, and the both paths, they are following first order kinetics. Here is the K1, that is the rate constant for the first order reaction or the first reaction. K2, it is the rate constant for the second reaction. First reaction mean formation of B, and second reaction mean formation of C. So now we will study the rate of formation of B from A. So the rate of the formation of B from A, it is directly proportional to concentration of reactant A. Since the concentration of reactant A is A minus X, so we can say RB is directly proportional to A minus X. And if we remove this proportionality, then rate of the formation of B is equal to rate constant K1 into A minus X. And K1 is the rate constant for the formation of B. So RB is equal to K1 into A minus X. Let us suppose it is equation number 1. Dear students, now we will find out the rate of the formation of C from A, because C here is the side product. So rate of the formation of C from reactant A, there is the direct proportionality. So the rate of formation of C is directly proportional to concentration of reactant A. Since the concentration of reactant A is A minus X in terms of moles, so RC is directly proportional to A minus X. If we eliminate this proportionality, then we will have to take a rate constant K2. So RC, that means rate of the formation of C from A, is equal to rate constant K2 into A minus X according to equation number 2. Dear students, we have equation number 1, RB is equal to K1 into A minus X, and equation number 2, RC is equal to K2 into A minus X. RB is the rate of formation of B from A, and RC is the rate of formation of C from reactant A. Dear students, as I have told you earlier, to find out the overall rate of reaction. What we will do, we will sum up these two rate of reactions. So the overall rate of reaction dx over dt, it will be equal to Rb plus Rc. Dx over dt is equal to Rb plus Rc. So if we put the value of Rb, that is equal to K1 into A minus X, and Rc, the value K2 into A minus X, and we sum up these two constants. So this equation became dx over dt is equal to K1 into A minus X plus K2 into A minus X. Dear students, from this equation, if we write this equation in a simple way, then these constants, they will be added up. So this equation can be written as dx over dt is equal to K1 plus K2 into A minus X. Dear students, this equation is the differential rate equation for first order type parallel reaction. To further solve it, we will separate the variables. And then we will integrate this equation. So we separated the variables and integrated this equation and get that integral dx over A minus X. Dx over A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 integral dt, because these are constant, they will be written outside of the integral. So integral dx over A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 integral dt. By using rules of logarithm, if we apply, applying the rules of integration, we can write minus log natural A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 into t plus constant. Dear students, this is the integration constant. That was C. In previous lecture, we have taken it, or we have been writing this constant with symbol C, or you can see simple constant. So the integration, after integration, we will get equation number 3 minus log natural into A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 into t plus constant. To find out the value of this constant, we are taking this time t is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. If we apply this time equal to 0 and x equal to 0, then this equation number 3 can be written as that the value of integration constant is minus log natural a, because this time is 0 and x is equal to 0. So if we put this value of constant back into equation number 3, then we can say that this minus log natural into A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 into t minus log natural A. Dear students, if you compare this upper and this lower equation, here is the value of constant. The value of constant is minus log natural A. So if we simplify this equation, here it is minus log natural, on the other side it will be added up. So if we add this minus log natural A on both sides, then it will become minus log natural into A minus X plus log natural A is equal to K1 plus K2 into t. If we apply the rule of logarithm, then this equation can be written as log natural A over A minus X is equal to K1 plus K2 into t. Dear students, this is the equation number 4. This is the integrated rate equation for the first order type parallel reaction. By using this equation, if we know the value of initial concentration of reactant A, the concentration of B or C in the term of X, and after time t, what is the value of time t, then by putting these values in this equation number 4, we can find the rate constant K1 plus K2 for a parallel reaction in which the order of reaction is 1. So, following results from this equation can be drawn that if we plot a graph along x-axis, we take log natural a over a minus x, that is the dependent variable, and time t as an independent variable. Then the plot of log natural a over a minus x versus time t, it will give a straight line. And the slope of this straight line will be equal to sum of rate constant k1 plus rate constant k2, and if we sum up k1 and k2, we will get a rate constant k, and this rate constant k is the overall rate constant for the parallel reaction of the first order type. So the unit of the rate constant k will be per second. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.